House of Prayer to me is a place where there's people with open hearts and open minds in regards to creating a space for people to come into and experience the peace of God and to find different ways of praying and basically coming into the presence of God. So I think the House of Prayer probably will be a fairly diverse way of communicating with God and getting into his presence.
One of the things that we've discovered is that if you can tap into God's heart for people, for organisations, for cities, for the nations, and actually begin to pray God's heart, things begin to happen. And we've watched this over the last decade, and I have a real passion, the leaders of the House of Prayer have a real passion to get before God and say, okay, what is it you want? What is it you want in Exeter? What is it you want the young people in Exeter? What do you want in the UK? What do you want in the nations? And we discovered if we can really hear what God's heart is and really pray that through, things begin to happen. So my passion for this place is people come and learn to listen to God, hear what's on his heart, cooperate with what he's asking us to pray, and have the joy of seeing him move. That's kind of my passion. I think it's the leaders' passion as well, that the whole city will come together before God and begin to pray what is on his heart and see God move. That's kind of our passion. And that people come into the prayer room and find it a place of refuge, a place of peace, a place of revelation, a place of being able to pick up God's heart and pray for certain things, a place of music, a place of art, just a place where God in all his wonder is expressed and God's heart in all his passion is picked up and prayed through.
It's about just being open to bring what you're led to bring. So it's pretty much led by the Spirit. That's why I said freedom at the beginning, because freedom's the most important thing to remember. Just free to be, just free to express what God's doing through you. It may be creative in all different formats, dance, visual, or in the worship, in singing, vocal.
One of the things about the House of Prayer is that there's been a heart and an interest in healing ever since it began, and it offers a place where people can really meet with God in a deep way, whether that's whether they're seeking emotional healing or physical healing in their lives. And one of the things that we've done is hosted a healing and training day that's operating once a month here at the House of Prayer, and it's been a great opportunity for people to come from all different backgrounds and different churches to meet together and to have an encounter with God that hopefully makes a real difference in their lives.
The House of Prayer to me is a place where you can come with your particular interest or project and just get a tremendous amount of support. We found for what we're involved with that we just were overwhelmed really by the amount of interest that the team at the House of Prayer have had, and to just to pray very purposefully for us. So it's been really brilliant, and I would encourage anybody with a similar project just to ask the House of Prayer people to pray with them. It's been brilliant.
To me, it's a place where we can come and meet and worship God in our own individual style. It's a safe place. It's a place where gifts are being birthed. It's absolute freedom. We can freedom of expression is really encouraged. You feel as if you can worship God in any way that you feel at the time, and just go for it.
One thing I think I've appreciated about the House of Prayer is that it's such a open place for anyone of all ages to come along with the creative things that are happening, whether it's art, dance, whatever really, doing pottery, all different kinds of ways of expressing a connection with God, and that's been great.
What kind of impact do you think a House of Prayer has on a community or a city?
I think that what happens inside will overflow into the community. It'll bring that freedom of worship. It'll bring people in who would normally not come to House of Prayer, I think. And I think it's just a place where you can be yourself, where there's unconditional love and acceptance.
The other thing that I found really helpful, Sue was talking about the children, is our kids have really loved it and have been particularly, they've just enjoyed being with other younger people of different ages, but they're sort of 15 and 18. But a whole wide range of people up to about sort of 25, 30 who are very much involved with the House of Prayer, and also those that are older have just been so welcoming and encouraging to them.
Well, what can people bring to the House of Prayer?
Well, I remember one of the leaders quipped, "We don't know what the House of Prayer looks like because we haven't met you yet." And that was a wonderful way of saying that come with your passion, with your heart, come with what you'd like to pray, and say, this is what I'd like to pray for. Or look on the website, there's going to be lots of different slots about lots of different things. And if you see like a slot for the homeless, if you think, oh, I really, really feel for the homeless, I want to come and pray about God meeting with the homeless, then come and join them. If you love art, come to a creative session. I think we're really open for people to come and share what they like to pray, and we'll think, fine, we'll get behind that. So we're kind of making it up with you, with the people of the city of Exeter. So I can't totally answer that, because I think we're trying to listen to God and we're trying to listen to people. And as we kind of tap into people's desires and hopes, then we will pray, I think, more informed and more completely about lots of different issues. So it's like a canvas that's at the moment fairly empty, that we're just going to fill with the pictures of the people of God, if that makes any sense.